Good evening and welcome back to From Day 1, Part 2 of the day. Take number 2. Yes, I have another outtake episode in the can available due to what just happened about 30 minutes ago. But hopefully we'll never ever have to see the light of day. Now, the main kick is because of the new event that has just started in Dominion, Lilith's Obsession. As Lilith had been basically reborn into a new hero. 8 tasks that we have available for her, including the Fiery Obsession, basically, is the direct login, hence why the first one's missing because of that outtake. We then have On the Way, which is just a simple spend emerald event, including picking up an avatar for 80,000 emerald spend. The next task is actually the one that's going to probably get people's goats, and that's the Power of Fire event. Normally in a lot of these events we'd have obtain VIP level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which basically rewards you for spending money with Nexters, the company that owns Hero Wars in the past. Now, instead, they need you to spend the money specifically in this event. So all the money you've spent in the past now means absolutely nothing to Nexters. And yes, at the bottom of this, they do throw little trinkets. You got the Frowning Imp. I'd rather be frowning if I spent that kind of money too. And of course, the Avatar. Next is Unbridled Energy. By the way, 90,000 VIP points. 9,000. About $225 cash. Unbridled Energy is just a simple spend energy. Down to a max of 15k. Echoes of a Scorching Realm is your Outland event, basic opening of a chest. Most people will be able to do 15 without much of a problem. Getting more, though, will require you to spend emeralds, especially since you do need to complete 200 if you want to complete this path. The Path of Passion is next. This is your simple join adventures to get pet items. This one's real easy because it is 5. You do get 1 portal charge a day. That's not a huge ask in that event. Not great prizes, however. Higher Flame is next, and this is Artifact Chest. Now this is where you, like when we had Winter's Tale in Winterfest, basically use your keys to open the box to get items to summon the artifacts for the heroes. They want a total of 100 to be done. And finally, Demonic Persistence. This is climbing up the tower. Most people will be able to get to the 70 requirement. Doing more than 70 will require you to spend some emeralds to open extra chests. And Nexters now wants to go ahead and put up a way to spend money. Of course, why not? So there is Lilith, and those are the new abilities for her. Compare them to the previous abilities. Previously, her first skill was called Armageddon, exploding the ground on the opponents, dealing damage and stunning them for a second, dealing 20% magic attack plus 50 times level, and the chance to stun is lowered if they're lower than the current level of this item. Now it's Underworld Seal. This will cast the Underworld Seal under the central enemy of your opponents and detonate it, causing the target and nearby enemies. Lilith will increase her max and current health by 3% for each hero that is damaged. The damage is tiered as previous by the level of the item. Green previously was the Nether Breath. hitting your opponents in front of the caster with fire directly, 15% magic plus 50 times level, with a cooldown of 14 seconds. Here it's Infernal Rift now. This will conjure an Infernal Rift below the central enemy, dealing magic damage to the target and nearby enemies. So those two are linking together now in the new one. Blue is Flame Ram. Previously, dashes to the nearest opponent, dealing damage and pushing them away. That damage equal to 20% magic, plus 75 times level, plus 1500 with a 20-second cooldown. Now it's Fire Breath, where we belch forth a tainted fireball. Launching it at the central enemy, the fireball will explode, decreasing the magic defense of enemies caught in the explosion area for a time of 6 seconds. Finally, the Violet before is still the same name of possession, but with a different ability. Previously, it was every time the blue level item, Flame Ram, was activated, the caster's current and maximum health is increased by 35, which was 3/10 times the level, plus 8% of maximum health to the end of the fight. Now, it's when she has 6% health, she'll sacrifice 5% of her max health before using any of the 3 above skills, increasing the magic attack by the amount of health sacrificed for 5 seconds. Now, as you can see here at the beginning, it starts with a ceiling of 70%. That ceiling will drop to 25% as you level up the ability. So we can try to get some items for this particular ability. I'm going to read you a story of the Lore of Lilith while we fight. So let me set the team here real quick. And here is our lore behind our new focus of Lilith. The sun quickly descended over the horizon, giving way to the growing autumn moon, perfectly illuminating all the charms of the Dominion forest. The night promised to be long, perhaps. Just such a night now would honor soldiers with a day filled with diabolical battles. But it is not up to the milky white stars tonight. The girl woke up in an eerie cave all alone. It seemed from a long sleep. Only the nightly darkness came from all sides. She began to fight to the wall. Strong roots of fear split her. Now even Phobos himself could not have caused such a tremor. The poor thing tried to remember, how could I have been brought here? And with no less terror she realized that she did not remember anything. Not her past, not her name. Fear slowly crept up, but she could no longer sit still. We have to get out. Attempts to stand took a bit of strength. The body seemed to be burning from the inside. But very close you could hear the creaking of branches and the whispering of leaves swayed by the wind. Breathing is leveled after a sudden awakening, and the girl, swaying and leaning on the walls, moves to a prominent exit from the terrible dungeon. But of all the things that have surrounded her seemed to be vaguely familiar to someone else. And my head began to carry images that were impossible to forget. And now, that way out, not just clay, moss, and stones. In her eyes, this is the gateway to the underworld. She can't understand. Where could such thoughts have come from? Meanwhile, passing further through the forest, the moonlight became not just a fascinating phenomenon. On the contrary, a chain of magma and fire, stretching to the visible sky, sparing, burning all, not sand, not gravel, only the bones of those who fell in battle. The very depth of these Singe's path Trees grew from the body, ordinary stones, tombstones, which became a prison for many souls. Not birds, terrible six-legged creatures, only the remains of their former scales and wings. Right in front of the lake, the girl falls to the ground as if being hit by a whip. Her cry rushes through the whole forest, bouncing off obstacles and splitting into dozens of voices. She dipped her hands in the water and now only saw her reflection. A terrible monster straight out of hell. Chitinous armor and the face of bright yellow eyes. The claws of the predator grows from the fingers, sticking out of the joints and skulls of cut-off stones, and the body is all red. Now, Lilith remembers everything. She remembered the life of a powerful sorcerer, wandering with her faithful friends around the world, remembering their victories and their defeat. The squad was broken up. The demon himself was revived before him in order to see personally which heroes had so obviously interfered with him. Lilith's strength was still enough for powerful spells, but she chose to bewitch him and cursed herself. The demon fell in love with such a powerful enemy, while at the same time sparing the rest. In so many years in an alien world, Lilith would have changed and spent centuries there if Astaroth had not appeared. Who, with his courtship for the wife of the ruler of the underworld, removed, without knowing it, the spell with the demon. Having returned his old mind, he was furious and drove the deceiver, Lilith, back into the bright world, but changed her body so that neither friend nor the enemy could ever know the sweet and humble Lilith from before. And along with her former appearance, he took away the memory, not expecting that the remnants of the magic of the sorcerer would allow her to remember everything. So, in a quick Reader's Digest edition, she's the archdemon's first wife, betrayed by him for a mortal woman. Since Lilith doesn't believe in family ties, since then she doesn't believe in family ties, her passion was for a different kind of relationship. Her soul burnt in the fire of feelings long ago, and her heart is filled with the desire for revenge and all-consuming hatred. So with that, we will quickly, after this fight, head down to the Brawl Arena. Give you the first taste there. Just marked by the sword. Alright, so you basically will set a team with the requirement that Lilith is part of the 5. You're free to use anybody else you wish, just Lilith has to be part of the team. All teams will play at fully maxed power. So all heroes are automatically level 130, even though we're at 84. All levels have the maximum glyphs, everything, items maxed out on them. You will have all pets and all pets ascension gifts, so that you can patronage any particular hero you wish with any pet you wish, as long as they normally make a link. You also will need to set up a defense, which that I hadn't done, so this will be quite. It tries to gauge what you had in your regular deal to make a combination for here. Let's set it to the same thing we randomly had selected previously. Let's see. where was the individuals we had previously selected randomly? There's the list. Okay. So that's who we had originally gone with. So we'll put that in. And of course, see, then it keeps a running log of wins and losses. So let's start against Chen B. And remember, if you win, you get credit and you keep your life. Only when you lose do you lose your life point. Alright, just waiting for the last few seconds for it to go ahead and finish up so we can have the fight. Alrighty, so we have Astaroth, Maya, Phobos, Lilith, and Martha. Up for this fight. Martha's the only one left. And there she goes. These battles don't mind if you win by all 5 or you just win by 1. As long as you win, you get your roll coins and move the meter. Alright, so with that, we actually are going to bring it. We're going to bring some sovereign citizens into the touch here today in part 2. We'll start in court with my good friend, of course, Mike. Your Honor, if you take it away, please.
Can you guys hear me? I just slapped this together. I'm in my office in the city.
That's fine, Mike. Considering the time of day, we allow it.
All right, good morning, Ms. Christensen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good morning. We are back on the record in the 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Presqu'île. Our next case on the docket is People of the State of Michigan versus Angela Marie Christensen. It's file 21-93185FH. We have Ms. Christensen attending by Zoom, representing herself, and the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Radzaban, is here in the courtroom. We are providing public access both in the courtroom and online. And Ms. Christensen, although you're hearing from your home, for convenience sake, it might not feel like a court hearing, but it is a court hearing, so I'm going to ask you to please remove your hat.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Okay, thank you. All right, so...
And the mask, too. What's the point? You're at home.
Just like last time...
Yeah, but I'm willing to give her that one, Mike.
Remind you that you do have the right to the assistance of a lawyer if you wish. And that includes the right to a lawyer at public expense if you were indigent. and that you previously waived that right and wish to represent yourself. And so I guess I want to ask you again, do you reaffirm that you'd like to represent yourself in this matter, or would you like to have a lawyer?
No, I would like to self-govern, and I stand on my paperwork.
Self-govern.
So
Like Ernie.
what we have today, you did file 4 written notices that asked for some type of relief, and we had adjourned the hearing to today for any argument on that. So the prosecutor has had a chance to review them. So, Ms. Christensen, you say that you stand by the paperwork, and that's fine. I do have the paperwork in front of me. Is there any argument that you'd want to make on your behalf right now to me in support of those claims, or do you wish to just rely on the written pleadings you filed?
It is my wish to stand on my paperwork.
Okay. Mr. Ransabon, do the people have any argument in opposition to those 4 notices?
Your Honor, I reviewed the paperwork, and I guess you may not recognize, Your Honor, the state of the law. I don't believe that there's any relief that's recognized under law that would allow you to dismiss this case based on what she's alleged in the paper.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Christensen, now I'm going to make a ruling on the notices, which I'm construing as some motion or request for relief.
Okay, this ought to be good.
And I've got a written order that I'll enter. I'll read it at this point. Defendant, who at this point in the case is representing herself, has filed 4 handwritten notices. These notices appear to seek relief in one form or another. As to the first notice, defendant asserts that she is a woman and not a defendant. The court finds that Angela Christensen is both a woman and a defendant in this criminal action. To the extent her notice seeks relief, such relief is denied.
He is so straight. I mean, like
I like that. I want relief because I'm a woman.
How he does it with a straight face, I don't know.
No, denied.
As to the second notice, defendant demands that any man or woman with a claim against her appear and present such claim in open court. To the extent that this notice seeks to invoke defendant's right to confront her accusers, this court will enforce that right. However, the right of confrontation does not require the complaining witnesses to appear at all pretrial hearings, but only the trial or any necessary evidentiary hearings. So to the extent that this notice seeks to require the appearance of any complaining witnesses at all pretrial hearings, such relief is denied.
Oh, for
As to the
2.
third notice,
Yeah.
defendant asserts that this court lacks authority over her and that only her creator has that authority.
Of course.
Without gainsaying the authority of the creator, it can be noted that religious traditions commonly recognize that the creator has instituted human authority as well. In this matter, the people of the state of Michigan, through ratifying the 1963 state constitution, as well as its predecessor constitutions, have established this court and its authority. The people of the state of Michigan, through their elected representatives, have established laws that apply in this court. And the people of this county have elected this judge to serve in this office. And this court has subject matter over this felony prosecution and has personal jurisdiction over this defendant. Any relief sought by this notice is denied. As to the fourth notice, defendant claims that this court and the government exist only because she allows them to exist. To the extent that this assertion reiterates the proposition that our constitutional republic is founded on the consent of the governed, such proposition is axiomatic as a general matter. However, this proposition does not require that the government must obtain consent or permission from each individual person before exerting governmental authority over the person. Such an idea is nonsense and would result not in a constitutional republic, but in anarchy.
Absolutely.
This defendant's views would render all the criminal laws null and void, which is legally and practically absurd. Therefore, any relief sought by this notice is also denied.
Yay.
Thank you, Judge
So,
Gothier.
Ms. Christensen, all of the claims and papers that you have filed, I have found to be lacking in legal and factual merit, and I have denied any such relief. and I'm entering
That's fine. Can you please stop referring to me as a defendant? And I guess the next step will be, I guess I got to do the actual filing of the claims if you're going to deny all of those.
No, those, I don't know what claims you're talking about. You filed some claims or notices or requests.
No, I did not even file my claims yet. I did notices. I did not file my claims yet. I've been putting that off because I really don't want to have to file claims and ruin people's lives and ruin their
You're gonna ruin your own life and make your case a lot worse. But
Go for it,
what
dear.
you filed so far has been denied.
jobs because they're not upholding my constitutional rights as a woman, not a defendant. I am a woman only. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. That's it.
Did you hear the judge's ruling? He said you're a woman and a defendant, which was hilariously specific, but he actually made a ruling on this point.
Not defendant.
Yes,
I'm not a
defendant. Yes, defendant.
Well, you are.
See?
Okay,
You are.
Your opinion and legalese, yes, but I am a woman. So do we need to do trial by jury when we?
Yeah, yes, in his opinion, which happens to be relevant here as he's the judge.
He's the judge. I was going to say, I thought he was the judge, Mike.
do my claims and file my court with your court at the same time?
Wait,
Because that's going to be my
her
next
court
step,
with
to
your
file
court?
claims against everybody involved in this case. Because there is no verified claim, and complaints and claims are two different things. I don't want to file claims. I'm trying very hard, and I've been trying hard to not do that. But I guess if we got to keep going, that's my next step. And I will file proper claims with the proper people and the insurance for the bonding. So
Oh,
I
please,
don't know what you want to do at this point. I really
please
don't want
do,
to
because I want to make another video.
Listen, I gotta tell you, I don't know what in the heck you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're
I know.
talking nonsense.
So does
here's the
98%
thing.
of the world, Your Honor.
I am not going to relinquish my authority in this case. I'm not. All right? The prosecutor's office can dismiss the case. They're choosing not to. So that means we do have to go forward to a jury trial unless you want to plead guilty. All right? But what I'm
I'm not
also
gonna
going
do
to do is your ramblings here today in a previous hearing.
I like the ramblings. That's pretty good, Your Honor.
Written notices. It's clear to me that you have no concept of the legal and factual issues at stake. And
I would never know anything about legalese because I never went to school to do that legalese. So I don't understand that part.
All right, you're illustrating my next point.
Next week, go get an attorney.
Continue to interrupt me and such, and file these nonsense claims. So I am hereby withdrawing my consent for you to represent yourself.
Uh-oh.
I'm referring this matter to the Office of Assigned Counsel for appointment.
Yep.
So any papers you file in this case, I will reject because they have to be filed.
Well, I don't accept that offer, and I do not require you to give me any court-appointed attorney, and I
You don't need to accept it. You just
It's
got one
happening.
note, and you earned it.
will self-govern because that is my right.
No, it's
I
not.
don't want an attorney. I don't do legalese. I'm sorry. I'm
Well,
not
guess
trying
what?
to be
You're in a
rude or
legal
disrespectful. I'm
court.
trying to be very decent.
Well, you're doing it by, accident then.
I stand on my paperwork, and I'll do the rest of my paperwork. I will keep doing it, and now I'm going to file my claims, so that's fine.
And, then
And
it'll be
we will
accepted
use them as
because the
toilet
judge has
paper.
I
ordered
don't
that.
need no legal counsel. I refuse that offer. I do not accept that offer. I'm sorry. With all due respect to you, I don't accept that.
I don't believe there's any due respect you're
It
doing.
wasn't an offer.
See, it wasn't an offer, dear.
We are scheduling this next for a docket call on February 14th at 10:30 in the morning. And I'll refer it to the Office of Assigned Counsel for you to have an attorney at that hearing. You are no longer allowed to represent yourself in this matter, and
Woohoo!
you will be in person in my courtroom at that date.
I'm sorry, but I cannot be there. I can do it via Zoom, and I don't accept that offer either unless you want to compensate me for my gas and my time. Because I can't do that. I can't even afford to. Sorry.
Nope.
Ms. Christensen, it's not an offer. I want to have you here because you've expressed such disregard for the proceedings. I want to have you here so you can hear attorney. Ms. Christensen, stop interrupting me. It's not
Shut
an
up.
offer. You will be here, or I will issue a warrant for your arrest if you refuse to attend in person. All right. We'll see you February 14th, or I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. You have a good day.
Please issue that warrant.
All right, we will be in recess until 11 a.m. for a sitting.
Your Honor, please issue that warrant, because I would love to do an episode for that. That would make me happy, Your Honor. Yeah. Just a little bit of the sovereign citizen bullshit, so people who you just have to look and go, yeah, it was a keyboard. That was the little portable keyboard I have for this machine. Alright. Oh, that's a loss. Losses are not good and they're not supposed to happen to me. Let's take a look at that one on info. Lilith, Sebastian, Yasmin, Isaac. Okay, interesting. Oh, sorry about the yawn. Yeah, let's go with that for our next video. I'll get that queued up. Alright, so we're now with Lyric. And our next sovereign citizen.
Hello. Hello. I'm Officer Jason Marshall, Police Department. The reason I pulled you over, you're speeding.
I was going 45, sir. I had my speed.
I believe you were going 45. Actually, I had you at 54 and a 35.
It has 45 on
So you passed about 2 or 3. You can go ahead and just drop the attitude.
You could drop the attitude. That's really rude.
Okay.
Today's video is going to cover Karen's 8 steps to speedrunning your window getting smashed.
Ooh!
Step 1. As the police officer's politely explaining to you the traffic violation that you've committed, immediately begin berating him and rudely tell him that he should stop being rude to you.
That's great. Just go ahead and give me your driver's license.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yep, and I'll just scratch your ticket and you can get out of here.
Great. I like this.
Yeah, give me your license because you just went from maybe getting a warning to you're definitely getting a ticket.
I'm a local, so you should probably not be too rude to.
That's great.
That's great. I can give you more tickets.
If you're local, I thought maybe you'd know the speed limit sign.
I do.
Oh!
It was on the speed limit, sir.
Step 2. Ask for leniency because you're a local cave woman, despite voluntarily disregarding the laws of the local community and looking like a human peacock while doing so.
This has an extension on it, so I have to paper copy it somewhere.
But you don't have it on you.
I do have it somewhere.
Okay. I'll take your registration and your
My registration is
vehicle.
also on the back.
Are you
of
going to
the
keep
car.
interrupting me?
Yes, she
You
is,
want it?
Your
I'm
Honor.
trying to do my job
You want
right
me to
now.
turn on my video camera?
Yeah,
I will.
absolutely. Absolutely.
For sure.
I honor that. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
I would love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, so would my
That'd be
lawyer.
great. Okay, terrific.
Yeah.
Step 3. Allude to the police officer that you intend on suing him for doing his job. This step is not necessary in the Windows Smash speedrun, but when delivered with enough entitlement, it can knock up to 69% off of your final time.
That's
You
terrific.
are
That's
real.
cool because I'm already recording all this. So
Cool. So am I.
That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's cool.
But I
You
do
want my
need
ticket,
your vehicle registration
Cool, you
and your
want to
proof
dig
of
in my
insurance.
trunk? Go
If you
ahead,
don't give
run it.
okay.
Go and run it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead and hop out of the car.
Yeah, get out of the car.
Yeah, get out of the car. Yes, get out of the car.
Step 4. When given a lawful order to exit your vehicle, remain inside and lock your doors. Contrary to Step 3, Step 4 is absolutely crucial to the speedrun, and unfortunately cannot be avoided or skipped without losing the challenge altogether and returning home with a simple ticket and all of your windows intact.
Get out of the car.
Right. You can't make me get out
Nope.
of the
If
car.
you're gonna be like
You
this,
can't make me get out of the car.
I
I
can't.
will call another officer now.
Okay.
You will not make me get out of the car with my children in the car. Or pulling you over for speeding because you
Okay.
don't like my attitude.
No,
sir.
Wait a minute. You're doing all this bullshitness and you got your kids with you? Karen, you just qualified for the dumb fuck of the year. Dun da 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 dum.
I'm going to pull you over, and I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle because I do not want to have this conversation in front of your children.
I don't care.
No, so get out of the car. Get out of the car.
You cannot touch my car.
No, not.
You cannot touch my car.
Okay.
Step 5. While the officer is trying to get you out of your vehicle by opening your door from the inside, grab his arm and throw it out. Because assaulting a police officer can dramatically decrease the time needed to reach the safe light repair win condition by allowing the Karen to warp past all of the show me your ID and I know my rights side quests.
That's cool.
Call the cops.
Ma'am, I am a police officer.
I'm gonna call myself.
Sure. Can I get
Damn it.
You can't fucking open my car. Because you see California plates. Excuse me, sir. I'm calling 911. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am calling 911.
Step 6. Call the police on the police. Because the best way to piss off the final boss is to invite other final bosses to join in on the melee.
Do not.
I'm calling 911
No, you're
right
going to
now.
get out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
calling 911. Hi, could you please send me an officer?
No,
I'm on the side of the freeway, and the officer's trying to open my door and come in my car with my children. Please have
Ma'am?
someone come here right now.
Yeah.
You're on the side of the freeway.
I'm
On the
dealing
side
with
of the
an uncooperative
overpass
female.
coming up to Connor's Ferry.
Go here.
He's pulled me over because he says I was speeding. I was not, and he's refusing and trying to get me out of my vehicle with my minor children in my car, and I'm a woman.
Step 7. Invoke some sort of prejudicial reasoning into what started out as a simple traffic stop. By sprinkling entitled victim dust on the playing field, you will increase the rage of the final boss by 100, sending him to Ultra Chad mode for the next 3 turns.
Ma'am, do not roll the window.
Do not touch my car, sir.
Do not.
Do not touch my car,
You're
sir.
going to be removed from the vehicle.
You're on 911.
You're going to be removed from the vehicle.
You're going to be fucking rude. You're going to
be removed from the vehicle.
Step 8. The final step. While the officer has his hands on top of your window, begin to roll it up. This move requires frame-perfect timing, but by having the police officer's hands already in the break glass position, you can accomplish the speed run flawlessly. But now, it's window smash time!
You're going to be...
Bam!
You just broke my window!
Roll that
You
window
just
up.
broke my window! Somebody bring a whip here now! Now! Now!
Open the door.
Now!
My sergeant's on his way.
Cool! And you just broke my fucking window!
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Yes, it did, Rod.
I mean, that really got out of hand
Yes,
fast.
Mr.
My
Burgundy.
sergeant's on his
You're
way.
going to be arrested,
You're gonna be-
sir.
you're gonna be-
going to be arrested.
You're
and
going to
I'm calling
be.
Carolyn
You're going to be
now.
arrested for resistant
No,
struck.
I'm calling
Okay.
Rex right now. You're fucking dead.
Oh, Karen, that's the last thing you want to say to a law enforcement officer. You've already speed ran the window smashing challenge. I wouldn't recommend speed running the pavement tasting challenge in the same life.
You're
I'm
gonna
dead?
be you're gonna be
Okay.
arrested for doing that. You're out of control.
Your son, is that your son over
It's
there?
my daughter.
Your daughter, Miss.
Do not even talk
Is there
to her.
any weapons inside the vehicle? To
What?
the best of your knowledge,
Weapons? No.
is there any reason why your mother's acting like this?
Are you out of your mind?
Do you know there's any weapons in the vehicle at all?
Are you kidding me?
No knives or handguns.
No, he's not kidding, Karen. Your actions are deranged, and he's talking to your daughter because he needs to talk to the actual adult in the car to make sure that the mental midget doesn't have any weapons that could hurt him, her, or you.
Okay.
You are really out of
Okay.
control.
So you're going to
You're
jail.
gonna go. I'm not going to jail.
Yes, you're
I'm
going to
calling Rex right now. Yeah, don't worry. Get out of here. You just fucking broke my vehicle. You're gonna pay for that, and I'm gonna sue your ass.
I don't think your children would appreciate
you
it
don't know.
if you keep
Carolyn,
cursing like that in front of your children.
Call
Okay.
Carolyn now.
I hate to tell you this, Karen, but Caroline gives about as much fucks as Rex does. And good luck suing this police officer in court, especially when you were clearly in the wrong. But I'm sure there's a lawyer out there that will gladly take your money.
9
So-
4
Call Carolyn
6,
and keep
1
calling.
0 4 2 is not
So
available.
my sergeant's en route,
Cool.
and you
can
will
stand away
be
from
getting
me.
booked for
Stand
resistant
ar-
struck.
Cool. There's nothing.
Do you have anybody that's going to come pick up your
Oh,
children?
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because you're gonna be in big trouble.
Okay, that's
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Your call has been forwarded.
Goddamn, Karen! Rex don't want to hear your shit so bad that he turned off his phone. I'm sure he's just sick and tired of you calling him up, asking him for advice on what to do when your entitlement is infringed upon.
And tell her to get ready. On the phone now. And then call you back. You're a technique. This, what you just did, you're in serious trouble. Hey, a cop just broke my windshield trying to get into my vehicle, and now he's trying to arrest me, and he's ripping my vehicle. He's ripping a fucking cop, Andre!
I wonder if Andre even knows that he was the second option behind Rex. I bet Rex is watching this video right now, both feeling happy for himself and sad for Andre at the same time.
What do you mean ripping your car?
Yeah, he's ripping my fucking car.
Okay. So that's what
He's
you're
ripping
now.
my car.
Don't pull your hands away from me.
Do not touch me,
You're
sir.
getting removed
Do
from the
not
vehicle.
touch me, sir. Do not touch me. Do not
You're getting
fucking
removed
touch
from the
me.
vehicle, okay?
Do not fucking touch me. No, the girls are in the kids are in the car. This guy's fucking reaching through my car and broke my windshield because he said I was speeding because he didn't like my attitude.
So
This
she
guy
kept trying to roll her window up.
Can you call Rex right now? Call Rex.
She's got her children. I'm trying to.
Call Rex. He just broke my window. Can you remove him from my car right now?
Open your fucking location.
I'm sending my location. I am calling Carolyn. I'm calling the attorney.
Don't worry, Karen. Your beta male Andre is on the way. And if Andre wants some of Sergeant bashing ass and smashing glass, I'm sure he can get some too.
You're dead meat, dude. You cannot do that. And my children just witnessed it.
So.
My children just witnessed what you did, dude.
Okay. Well, I told you not to roll out the
because you
window.
didn't like my attitude because I said I wasn't speeding.
No, I explained to you to get out of the vehicle.
Here. You can't ask me to get out of the car. You don't have probable cause for that.
I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Can you tell them
take
get
a breath.
up here now and get
Take a
Rex
breath.
on the phone? Get Rex Finney on the phone now.
Take a breath.
No, you take a breath. Leave my car.
No.
You literally just broke into my car and came after me and physically tried to remove me from my vehicle.
If you don't get out of the vehicle,
I'm gonna sue you.
If a Karen doesn't threaten to sue you, get you fired, or have you arrested, is she really a Karen though? I mean, this lady has done all three, so she's 100% a Karen. But I'd like to know what you think with a snarky-ass comment down below.
That's fine.
With my
That's your right.
children.
If you don't get out of the vehicle,
No, I'm not getting
you're
out of
going
the
to get
vehicle.
removed.
You're gonna get out of the way.
You're going to get removed.
I have a right to not remove from my vehicle.
Do this in front of your children.
I don't have to be removed from my vehicle. What are you doing? Remove yourself. You have no probable cause for that.
I got a driver's license.
See, the thing is, Karen, when a police officer tells you that you need to get out of the car during a lawful traffic stop, you generally have to.
Get out of the car.
The Supreme Court addressed this issue in Pennsylvania versus Mims in 1977 and ruled that once a motor vehicle has been lawfully detained for a traffic violation, the police officers may order the driver to get out of the vehicle without violating the Fourth Amendment's proscription of unreasonable search and seizures. In other words, you ain't suing shit, and according to the Supreme Court of the United States, you and your entitlement can spend the next day cleaning broken glass out of your floorboard.
Somebody fucking please get the cops here. What are they doing, Eugene?
The cops are here, dear. They're the ones that ripped out your window.
Get Rex Finney here.
And
I'd be threats to I'm dead. She said I'm dead.
I said you are literally losing your mind.
Really, Karen? They're the ones losing their mind when you're the one having a public freakout and screaming at the officers. Don't you think you could save some of that verbal abuse for your fifth future ex-husband when you get home? Well, that's the end of the video.
Aw, we want more video. Because how am I going to critique more idiots on audio? Okay. Guess that one. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Why not? He looks like an idiot. That way we can have one more. Oh, this idiot. Now I know who we are. Okay.
You guys haven't seen my last post on our Instagram and then also our post on our website. I got some more stuff on our website, which is my-ob.com. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that we are here in our new home. And so in our new home, we got, some nice little amenities and stuff like that. A nice little big house. That's how we doing as indigenous people. That's how we should be doing it, right?
You mean as stealing?
How you should do it is work hard, save up money, stop buying dumbass hats, and one day, you too could own something as nice as what you're stealing.
So you come to the backside, we just moved in, so, we just got to get our little stuff together. Got a cool little backyard. I know y'all can't see it, but it's a nice little backyard backside. And so, let's go out to the garage. Little 3-bedroom house, you feel me? Up over on, what's the street? It's 181 Antioch, California, 94656. I want y'all to come visit me immediately.
Right, because the more Moors you stuff into a stolen abode, the better. Well, I hate to tell you this, but the police have enough cops and handcuffs to relocate you and your entire tribe into a holding cell that's free for everyone.
Yeah, so this is one of our rooms, bedrooms. Another room right here. The kids' room in there. You know what I'm saying? The bathroom. You know what I'm saying? The bathroom's pretty fly. You know what I'm saying? We working on it. You feel me? Bathroom, we working on it. You know what I mean? We've been there, getting in. Any other rooms? You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying because I can't relate to any of that. I especially can't relate to the fact that you brought your children along with you on your criminal venture. I really hope CPS steps in and takes a critical look at the welfare of these children and chemically castrates Chief Squats a lot to prevent him from bleeding any more of his defective genetics into the human gene pool.
So, yeah, other than that, I'm pretty much just big chilling in the brand new house. Well, it ain't brand new, but it's new to us. Oh, look at that. Cheyenne. There she is. Ooh. Ooh. Is that an oil change going down? It is. Ooh. So there we are. In our lovely home. Looking beautiful. It's clean, it's neat. Nice little house. Yeah, I'm just, changing the oil on it right now. She's acting real funny.
Well, maybe you should ask the person you stole that car from. They might know what's actually wrong with it. And it should be noted how often he talks about how nice that house is, which is ironic because it's probably only that nice because the actual owners didn't do shit in it, like change the oil of your car in the garage while it's propped up on a rim.
But anyway, so for the most part, family, we in here. Get at me, follow me, add me, do what you gotta do. You feel me? Because Big Chief High Eyes are making moves. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I ain't got time for the bullshit. I'll be real with you. Y'all better learn the indigenous rights. Because if y'all don't know y'all rights, then you're going to let these colonizers keep stepping all over you. And I'm going to be real with you. We deal with colonizers all the time. You know what I mean? We call them pale faces and shit.
Racist much? What you find with these Moorish sovereign citizens is that they see us, the pale faces, as colonizers to their righteous and indigenous homeland. The funny thing is, they aren't Native American. This isn't their homeland, so if I'm a pale-face colonizer, so are they.
Anybody's not us. So I just want to let y'all know we made it to a new house, and we're safe from our old house, from the violence and the attacks and all the bullshit that was happening over there. We had a new place, starting fresh and brand new.
All I got from that is the last house that you stole didn't work out for you. And
I'll be back with you, Skeptic, in just a moment. Now we know the rules. That it does cap out each day, but it is each day. so that you can go ahead and earn more the next day. Thank God. Alright, Skeptic, you were?
And you've recently found a new house to illegally acquire. You know what they say about sovereign citizens who do the same thing over and over and expect different results? They go to jail.
That is he touched me, he's saying me something else. E-M-E-M-E-J-I-A. No, the sidewalk right here standing. And your number, there's no badge number on there. Your name is, just say police on there. Your name is W. Hatcher.
Hey, hey,
give me my keys. That's her key. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This the shit we talking about, young colonizing ass motherfucker. I'm on the sidewalk and I got my First Amendment rights.
Hold on. Did you just invoke the First Amendment of the colonizers' colonizing constitution? That's very colonic of you.
Don't touch me. Do not touch me. I'm standing right here on this sidewalk next to you, sir. So don't even start. Y'all wrong for this. Y'all hella wrong. No, y'all need paperwork. Where's my paperwork? Where's the paperwork? For what you're doing. Where's the paperwork? Yes, you do. You do need paperwork to arrest somebody.
No, you don't. For a police officer to arrest you, all they have to have is reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is occurring, is about to occur, or has occurred. And Chief Arrested Development over there was caught in the act of trespassing and is about to find himself on a reservation for criminals.
Where's your paperwork? What's the charges? Answer the fucking question. Give me my keys.
Hey, this is my show. I'm the one that gets to say the F word if I want to. Watch your language.
My keys to my car. That's my keys to my car. For my child. Are you serious? Yeah, those are the car keys right here. Nobody never said we lived here, though.
Excuse me?
Let's say run the tape.
In our new home, we got, some nice little amenities and stuff like that. We just moved in, so, so this is one of our bedrooms.
Now, the rest of the video will be heavily edited, as I don't want to subject you to watching her drag her child around as she spews racist shit at all the pale faces. But there will be a link in the description if you want to see the deplority in full for yourself.
The reason that we're here
Stop crying, J. Maya.
stems from yesterday when the property owners came to the house to try to have you guys leave. That's why we're back here.
We were not told to leave.
Okay. Yesterday, my understanding, I wasn't here, okay? But my understanding there was some type of conversation.
We were not told to leave, sir.
Long story short, you guys cannot be here, all right? And I respect where
You cannot be here. You are not from here. You are possibly European, maybe Portuguese, maybe I don't even know what you is, but you're not from
Maybe racist much?
here.
That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Because if you're going to be making all these assumptions based on skin color, then it's safe to assume that your ancestors probably came from the African continent, not the North American. So just like us, you're not indigenous either.
Let me finish, and then I'll hear your side out, okay? I'm going to tell you, here in the city of Pittsburgh, which is where we
Here in Indian land, Indian country, Khalifa Islands.
That's where we were. And you have certain protocols and laws that you abide by.
Federal law, which is trumps all of this law. Federal law.
We also have
federal jurisdiction. You are not Congress.
Please don't.
I'm making sure your camera hear me and all these motherfuckers that's paying attention. Yep, so I want to make sure they hear me clearly.
Lady, you're so loud, Helen Keller can hear you.
For officer safety.
You have to release him, or we're not going nowhere.
Okay, I understand officer safety, and we don't go in the car, but will you give us our keys back?
Well, I will give you your keys momentarily, but the car may end up coming with us.
What would it come with you for?
It's expired registration over 6 months, so it's
We had this conversation yesterday. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Yes, you are, because
Ma'am,
this is a tribal jurisdiction. That's your problem. Y'all need to talk to the people that was here yesterday.
I did. I have. That's
no,
why
you
I'm
didn't.
here.
No, you didn't. That's why you sent your little fucking drone, huh?
So then my other question for you is how much belongings do you guys have in the house? Like how long?
We have a whole house in there. The whole house is in there. That's why we're moved.
When did you guys get here?
About
a week ago.
Or maybe 2 weeks.
I thought you said you didn't move in. Now your story is that you've been here for 2 weeks and you have an entire household inside. And who here is surprised that there's no valid registration, inspection, or insurance on their Tardmobile?
Did you guys
Not me.
contact who rented the home to you or anything like that?
We have a contact as far as signs up there or whatever, but
No, as far as like, how did you guys get the keys to the house? That type of thing.
The HUD, it's through HUD. So we spoke with them and they let us know that the HUD foreclosure homes are the ones that are available for everybody. People that are indigenous, people that are tribal, people that are a part of other indigenous nations. That's what they're for.
Did you guys talk to them on the phone?
Yes.
I highly doubt the Housing and Urban Development Department told you that you could illegally steal someone else's home. Not to mention, you're not indigenous to this land.
And then, just so, is this your husband here or
the chief?
The chief, and then
the loser.
Your daughter?
Yes.
And then you are a friend. I'm just trying to understand the dynamic.
I'm tribal.
We're tribal. We're a tribal family.
The four of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the house?
No, it's our furniture is in the house.
But no other people are?
No, why? Are you trying to figure out how many people to take to jail?
No, I have no desire to take you.
Well, clearly you already have him in handcuffs, so I'm trying to figure out. Y'all got more cars coming.
Well, no, I'm getting that. So the reason that he's in handcuffs is for last night. For the kind of the argument that happened through the door.
I'm so confused.
I know, me too.
So you can arrest somebody for argument?
Well, you can arrest for somebody for delaying or obstructing.
Are you kidding me?
No.
For delaying and obstructing. You guys are
Okay.
delaying. You're still on land that you're not supposed to be on.
You
guys
didn't
are all
specifically
colonizers.
say what you wanted from us, so to
Yeah,
say
we were
that
told,
we obstructed
don't
or
leave.
delayed.
So you can't trespass on this property.
But we
Okay,
were
this is-
we
hold
were
on,
not
let me
told to
finish.
leave.
Let me just talk for a second. Listen, you cannot trespass on this property. Therefore, you can't be there. There's a couple routes that we can go today. He can go to jail. Okay, his car. Let me just finish. Hear me out. I'm not saying this is the route I want to take. I don't. We can take other people to jail. We can tow this car. But if you cannot be here, we've established that. That's not going to change. And you have stuff to get out. You're going to need this car to transport stuff.
Right, and that's what we're trying to figure out.
Please do not put me in a situation to where more people have to go to jail, that I have to tow this car and do things that I don't want to do. None of these guys want to do it here. But we do have a job we have to do. And that means that property has to come out of here and you guys can't stay here. That's it. That's
Okay,
it. And it's
but
not
that wasn't
personal for
told
me
to
to
us
you.
last
I've
night,
never
though.
met you before.
We're having a
I know, but that's why we're here today.
mutual agreement right now.
And
that
that's a
this was not
shame
told
that
to us last
they
night,
don't tell
and
you
we couldn't
guys
have that conversation.
what happened last night, because y'all
They did tell us. They did tell us. They
Yeah.
told us a different story than what you're telling us.
Exactly, and
Okay.
and our thing is that we gave all the laws, we gave our paperwork, we gave all indigenous
Right.
packets,
And
everything, all the
I
federal.
understand your point of view.
Clearly, you guys do not follow the Constitution.
Listen,
I guarantee that the packets that she gave to the police officers had nothing to do with the Constitution at all. And for just $49.99, you too can get one of those packets for yourself. It comes with a free 4-day, 3-night stay in our finest 1-star Steel Bar motel.
listen,
And that's what I see. You don't follow the
understand.
Constitution that you stand your independence on.
I'm not going to have an argument about the Constitution.
But
What
you
I am
are,
telling
because
you
right
is
now you're arresting someone.
the laws in which
that's,
you believe. Hold on, let me finish. The laws in which you believe.
There's no believe.
Okay.
There's no believe.
And you follow
It's
are
law.
different from the ones that we enforce.
No.
I can understand that.
Because you're not a law enforcer. You're a policy keeper.
All right. And then we can call them different titles. I've been down this road many a times with many different people.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a
I
different
know
group
the end
of
result
people.
here. What I do not
No,
want
there's not an end result here.
is that end result for you to be something that doesn't need to be negative. Okay? Help me help you out.
This
here.
is negative right here because y'all supposed
It
to
is,
be deported. Y'all
because
not
I
supposed
have
to
to
be
do
here
this, okay?
on American soil. Y'all supposed to be at Europe
I'm
or
not going to
wherever
have
y'all was from.
They're from Pittsburgh, jackass. And they'll deport themselves back to their home in their police car after they're done dropping Chief Eat Some Shit off at the police station.
So you're trying to say that you're just gonna arrest him, and you have no real charges.
He just
What's the
I'm
charges?
going to arrest him. He's arrested
Well,
for
give me the
602
charges.
and 148.
Huh?
Trespassing and resisting.
Wait a minute, we're not even in the building.
It didn't matter. This is from last night.
This is from last night. So you mean to tell me that they told us don't leave last night, and that they was gonna come back in the morning? We
Yeah,
actually waited
I
here all
highly
morning
doubt they told you that.
for you guys.
Which goes to show you how fucking stupid you are. The police left and gave you every opportunity to leave the property, and yet you still got yourself arrested for trespassing on the property. Everything that happens to you and your tribe from this point forward is your own damn fault.
As soon as we were like, okay, well, let's just go back and get our car. We was actually coming back so we could just get our stuff because we already know what y'all gonna do. So we was like, okay, let's just be up on game. But if y'all gonna come like this ain't even right.
Kind of like how it isn't right to just steal someone else's property, and then to try to reasonably argue with the police about how it now belongs to you.
Yeah.
Like if y'all gonna allow us to remove ourselves, we don't have a problem with doing that. But we're in a situation where y'all telling us that they told us to leave last night, but that's not true. They didn't, because we stayed in here. We actually stayed up waiting to the sheriff and more officers came.
Did you come out
so,
and talk to the officers last night?
No, we didn't, because we know y'all do this. This is what y'all do.
So you didn't talk to them?
This is your MO. We already
we talked
know.
to him, but we talked to him safely.
But you didn't come outside?
No, we sent all our information right underneath the garage door, so you can see everything. Sent them.
He got his ID and stuff like that.
Yes, and they towed our car because they was trying to get us to come outside, and we're not stupid.
Did they ask?
That's not even debatable. You and Chief Lots-a-Dum are stupid as fuck. You're so stupid that you don't even realize that the police could take every adult that's on that property to jail for trespassing, and yet you're still there arguing with him. You're so stupid that you continuously cite the U.S. Constitution, but deny the jurisdictions dictated by the Constitution. And last, but definitely not least, you're so stupid that you have your daughter there watching you exemplify the most deplorable side of humanity.
You to come outside?
Yes.
Did they tell you you can't be here?
No.
They never said you can't.
They said we're trespassing, but he did not say you have to leave.
Yeah.
Does that
When
make
they
sense?
tell you that you're trespassing?
So we let him know, no, you're trespassing because your European or whoever Spain or wherever you came from is not here.
Okay, so they told you were trespassing.
And
then they asked you to come outside, but you refused to come outside.
No, they said we don't have to come outside. And they were leaving.
They didn't ask
that was the last statement they said to us, and they was taking the car. That was the last statement.
Right,
they said we didn't have to come out.
The fact that they told you that you were trespassing means you're on property that you do not have permission to be on. In other words, get the fuck out or get the fuck arrested.
Point in time, because everything we do is recorded, just like you guys report us.
Yep.
You're telling me that after they told you they were trespassing, they didn't tell you to come outside? Or...
No, they tried to say open the door. But we was like, we're not opening the door because we gave you all our paperwork already.
So they told you to
as soon as they read all the paperwork we gave them, because they didn't want to read the clipboard we gave them. Once they actually read it, then they were like, okay, well, we're leaving. The sergeant said leave.
So
and then somebody stood right here and said, oh, well, let's just bust the window. Even though your sergeant on recording said that he was leaving.
He can't hear you through it. But...
Oh, they could hear me.
Okay. So they told you you were trespassing, and they asked you to open the door, and you refused to open the door.
We were fearing for our safety.
They were banging on the door.
I mean, you come up right now, you see this little girl running to the door, and you guys come with guns. So,
and I'm not about to put my child in
danger. We leave the station. That's just part of our
no. I mean, not having a gun on you. Guns were drawn.
Yeah, pulling them out like this.
We also had a machete strapped to his back.
But it was not drawn.
It was not drawn.
Well, we don't normally give him an opportunity to draw the machete.
It was not drawn. He didn't pull it out and was like, no, officer, come on now.
Sovereign citizens have been classified by the FBI as domestic terrorists. Not only do they not recognize the laws of our land, but they've been known to violently attack law enforcement in defense of their belief system. So while I'm glad that these officers didn't shoot that guy just because he had a machete, I also don't fault the officers for unholstering their weapons in case they have to defend themselves against a delusional terrorist.
Right? Yeah, I know y'all crooked cops. Y'all probably cooking now. Probably doing some under conniving stuff right now, and that's why you like, oh, I got orders. Yeah, you really got some money in your pocket. I'm not dumb. You got cotton. Y'all out here picking cotton for them. Hope y'all know y'all slaves. Hope y'all feel good tonight when y'all go home and remind yourself how much of a slave you are because you're picking cotton right now. 75% cotton, 25% linen up. That's your money. That's your $50 an hour y'all getting for this. Hope that paycheck nice. Because when you get deported, you won't need it. American dollar is dropping. Every second you stand here. Because you know you're supposed to go home. Go ask Pope Francis. Pope Francis, the letter to Obama stated that all entities are void. They must leave America.
I hope Santa still comes to see me after I say this. But even if Pope Francis did tell President Obama that every non-Native American had to leave America, who the fuck is Pope Francis? And who the fuck cares? Now, this last little clip I want to play you sums up the life of every sovereign citizen ever.
Yes, tell it.
Yeah, tell everything. Tell yourself too.
Alright, guys. That's the end of it.
That was the end of it? Okay. Alright, let's finish this one last fight and we'll bring part 2 to a close. So while that fight finishes, of course, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals for Boxing Extras of 5,000 views and 1,000 subscribers so YouTube pays attention once they do. They start sending us items. We'll send them to you. Until then, it's a great new world to release the Krakens. We'll see you overnight for a new Midnight in the Desert. Until then, thanks for watching from day one.